You've probably heard the term energy vampires tossed around, right? Those so-called toxic people who suck the life out of you, leaving you drained, annoyed, or even questioning your sanity. But here's the controversial part. Maybe energy vampires don't even exist, or at least not in the way we've been told. What if the real problem isn't about them stealing your power, but about how you manage and protect your own? Think about it. Blaming emotional vampires or drainers in your life might feel satisfying for a moment, but it's also a trap. Because if the problem is always them, you're stuck. You can't control toxic people, but you can control how much of your energy you give away, how you manage your boundaries, and whether you let negative energy take over your day. That's the mindset shift most people never consider, and that's why they keep falling into the same cycles. So in this video, we're not just going to expose the truth behind so-called energy vampires. We're going deeper. You'll learn how to stop feeling drained, protect your peace, reclaim your energy, and finally raise your vibration so you're not at the mercy of anyone else's chaos. If you've ever wondered how to stop giving away your power, stick around, because what you're about to hear is raw self-help, the kind that actually leads to personal growth and self-empowerment. The illusion of energy vampires. People love the idea of energy vampires because it gives them someone to blame. It's easier to point at toxic people and say, "That's why I feel drained," than it is to face the real issue, energy management. But here's the kicker. Most so-called energy vampire signs are actually just signals that your own boundaries are weak, your mindset is shaky, or you're ignoring your personal growth. If someone is constantly stealing your peace, maybe they're not the vampire. You're the one leaving the door wide open. Picture this. A friend calls you late at night, venting about the same drama for the 10th time. You sigh, but you still listen, even though you're exhausted. That's not them draining you. It's you refusing to protect your energy. A mindset hack here is simple but powerful. Schedule do not disturb time. Just like you'd lock your car to prevent a break-in, lock your energy with clear limits. That's how to deal with toxic people without turning every draining interaction into a life crisis. And here's the part most self-help gurus skip. Cutting off toxic people isn't always realistic. Maybe it's a boss, a parent, or even a partner. The real shift comes when you stop expecting others to change and instead raise your vibration by changing your response. That's where self-empowerment begins, and once you get it, you'll never look at emotional vampires the same way again. But if these vampires aren't the real problem, what is? That's where things get interesting. The real source of energy drain. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The biggest energy drainers in your life usually aren't other people. They're your own habits. Think about it. Scrolling endlessly on social media, saying yes when you want to say no, replaying old arguments in your head. These little things chip away at your peace more than any so-called energy vampire ever could. Protecting your energy means being brutally honest about the choices that are bleeding you dry. For example, let's say you constantly feel wiped out after work. It's easy to say, "My coworkers are toxic." But maybe it's not them. It's the fact that you never take breaks, you skip lunch, and you answer emails at midnight. That's not energy protection, that's self-neglect. A small but powerful personal development tip is to set a hard stop at the end of your workday. Even closing your laptop on time is an act of reclaiming your energy. And here's the kicker. Once you see that negative energy isn't just out there, but also created inside your own patterns, you gain leverage. Suddenly, it's not about waiting for energy vampires to change. It's about changing your mindset and managing your energy like a boss. That's the shift that turns raw self-help into real self-empowerment. But if habits are such a huge part of the problem, how do you actually start fixing them without feeling overwhelmed? Let's get into that next. Building strong boundaries without the guilt. Here's the thing. Most people know they need boundaries, but they don't enforce them because they're scared of looking selfish or mean. That's exactly why toxic people and emotional vampires keep slipping through the cracks. Protecting your peace isn't about pushing everyone away. It's about deciding what you'll tolerate and what you won't. And the truth is, boundaries don't chase away healthy relationships. They actually strengthen them. Let's get practical. Imagine a family member who constantly calls you to dump their problems on you. Instead of answering every time, you can send a quick message. "I'm busy right now, but let's talk tomorrow when I can listen properly." See the difference? You're not cutting them off, but you're protecting your energy and reclaiming your time. These small adjustments are how to deal with toxic people without drowning in guilt. What most people miss is that boundaries aren't just about others. They're also about you. Saying no to late-night doom scrolling, no to draining commitments, and even no to your own inner critic is part of energy protection. This is where mindset hacks come into play, because once you stop feeling guilty for putting yourself first, you start to raise your vibration. And when you do that, something fascinating happens. Those so-called energy vampires lose their grip on you. But here's where it gets even more powerful. What happens when you not only protect your energy, but actually expand it? Expanding your energy reservoir. Here's the secret most people overlook. Protecting your energy is only half the game. The other half is expanding it. Think of your energy like a battery. If you only focus on stopping drainers in your life but never recharge, you'll still end up running on empty. Personal growth is about learning not just how to stop giving away your power, but also how to generate more of it every single day. For instance, exercise isn't just about fitness, it's an energy management tool. A 20-minute walk outside can raise your vibration more than hours of complaining about toxic people ever could. Same with nutrition. Loading up on junk food is like plugging your phone into a dead charger, while clean meals fuel your mind and body. Even simple rituals like journaling or meditation are personal development tips that multiply your energy instead of letting negative energy run the show. And here's where it gets exciting. Once you build this reservoir, you stop being reactive. Toxic people can rant, emotional vampires can try their tricks, but you're grounded, calm, and in control. That's real self-empowerment. You're not just protecting your energy, you're radiating so much of it that others feel uplifted around you. But there's one more piece to this puzzle: learning to maintain that power consistently, no matter what chaos life throws your way. Mastering consistency in energy protection. The truth is, anyone can protect their energy for a day or two. The real challenge is doing it consistently, when life gets messy, when drainers in your life show up unannounced, when negative energy creeps in through stress, deadlines, or old patterns. That's where mindset hacks come in. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about creating simple, repeatable habits that keep you grounded even when things get tough. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush once and say, well, that's done forever. You do it daily because the maintenance prevents problems. Same with energy protection. Maybe for you, it's starting the day with 10 minutes of quiet reflection. Maybe it's cutting off toxic people from your social media feed. Or maybe it's setting a Sunday reset ritual where you plan the week ahead. These little systems are how to stop feeling drained long term. And here's the beauty of it. When you practice consistency, you stop living in reaction mode and start living with intention. You're no longer tossed around by emotional vampires or toxic people. You become the one steering the ship. That's raw self-help at its core. Reclaiming your energy, raising your vibration, and refusing to give away your power. But now that we've walked through the illusion, the habits, the boundaries, the expansion, and the consistency, the real question is, what are you going to do with all this knowledge? So maybe energy vampires don't really exist, or at least not in the way you thought. The real issue isn't about toxic people having some mystical power over you. It's about how you choose to protect your energy, how you deal with toxic people, and how much responsibility you're willing to take for your own peace. The good news? You already have everything you need to reclaim your energy and stop giving away your power. Now I want you to really ask yourself, who are the drainers in your life that you've been blaming, when in reality it's your boundaries that need adjusting? What habits are quietly stealing your energy every single day? And most importantly, are you ready to raise your vibration and step into a level of self-empowerment that most people never reach? Because if you apply even one of the mindset shifts we talked about today, you'll feel the difference almost instantly. But don't stop here. Protecting your peace, mastering energy management, and living with intention is an ongoing journey. And this channel is here to guide you every step of the way. So, if you're serious about personal growth, raw self-help, and learning mindset hacks that actually work, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join this community. Together, we'll make sure you never feel drained again.